This is me.
Just kidding, this is me. Hello, my name is Amanda and welcome to my channel, Always Popular, where I will be talking about pop culture, music, film, drama, and fan videos. Hello and welcome back to my channel, Always Popular. I'm Amanda, your host, and let's get into this week's episode. Have you ever wondered why certain people in pop culture and music are considered legends while others aren't? The term iconic and music legend have been thrown around a lot within the past years, and now people today have opinions on who they believe is considered an icon or music legend of today. Over the years, I have seen many people and superfans debate online on who they believe is a legend. So today, we are going to be talking about who is really considered iconic. For example, who comes to mind when you think of the term music legend? Without hesitation, I could easily say Whitney Houston, Michael Jackson, Prince, Mariah Carey, Britney Spears, Beatles, and the Rolling Stones. This list could go on, but honestly, not that many people who make music today that I would consider iconic. However, in my opinion, these are some people who I believe are considered icons. Just remember one thing, this is my opinion, so don't get upset if your favorite singer or band isn't on here. Also, I'm not mentioning everyone, just some people. The term music legend and or icon is specifically about a person or band that does something special, is established as extremely talented and well known, who has a huge cultural significance and impact in the entertainment world. The first example in the category of boy bands I would use is the Backstreet Boys and NSYNC, the top of the pyramid of boy band royalty. When it comes to these two particular bands, the boy band scene wouldn't be the same. They competed against each other in the 90s with the same manager, and the hype and hysteria was bonkers. They were the top two most successful boy bands of the 90s, and they were constantly pitted against each other. The comparison wars they had were insane as well. Young fans felt like they had to choose who they liked better. Musically, both bands had catchy, danceable earworms and countless hit songs people can remember for forever. It seemed like they had it all. The personalities, the charm, the hit songs, the dashing cute looks, and the swoon factor. What else could you ask for? And to this day, they are both still relevant, popular, and talked about today. Truthfully, neither of them have faded away. Despite NSYNC having a 20-year hiatus, they were truly iconic during their generation of music. Over the years, both bands have had massive success and breaking records of album sales of over 2 million sales in a week. They were the epitome of success in the 90s, and no one else had the record sales of neither bands. Honestly, there were many other successful and great boy bands as well, but there was just something special about both of these two bands in the 90s that made people go wild. They are still around today, as both bands have received the stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, have won multiple awards, and millions of records sold, making them two of the best-selling acts of all time. They both individually made an impact in pop culture and the music industry with their memorable dance moves and lovable personalities. I would definitely consider them music legends, and it's not just because they are two of my favorite boy bands of all time, but they are definitely iconic whether if you like both of them or not. The second example would also be from the 90s, the pop domination of Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera. These two also had a share of comparisons and fan feuds like BSB versus NSYNC as well. They both had the stage presence, great clothes, and marketable good looks. They were two girls who were constantly everywhere. They have had a long-lasting impact in pop music and establishing themselves as two of the best performers of their decade. They had great songs, memorable live performances, and the it factor to keep people talking about them for years to come, whether if it was positive press or not. Even though neither of them have music out now, they don't have to. They have been pop icons for a very long time and have proven to be timeless household names. Both of their music is timeless and never seem to get old, especially all their early stuff like Baby One More Time and Genie in a Bottle. They had the personalities, the likability, and some sexiness in their image that catapulted them into bona fide pop superstars. Many people still talk about Christina and Britney, and specifically Britney is always referenced in songs. I think we all know by now Christina was the voice of our generation and Britney was the dancer. Both of them were two of the most important female singers of the early 2000s and will always be remembered for their music, their personalities, and their songs. I would also put both of them in like the top 5 of the most talked about female pop stars of the early 2000s and probably of like all time as well. The third and last example on this list is Canadian pop rock singer Avril Lavigne. Out of anyone on this list, I feel as if she's the underdog. Even though she came out with her debut album Let Go, she gained massive media attention for her pop punk sing-along anthem like Skater Boy, Complicated, and her ballad I'm With You. She was quickly labeled as the anti-Britney mainly because of her going against the grain. Her second album, Under My Skin, helped her gain even more commercial success with songs like Nobody's Home and My Happy Ended. She quickly became an important figure in the pop-punk scene and is credited as the pop-punk queen by many critics. Her debut album became the best-selling album of the 21st century by a Canadian artist, and she is responsible for paving the way for female-driven pop-punk music since the early 2000s. And she is a key figure in the pop-punk music scene. Without Avril, you wouldn't have people in this generation like Olivia Rodrigo. And she has influenced a wide array of musical artists such as the Tramp Stamps, BB Rexa, Billie Eilish, 5 Seconds of Summer, and A Monday. Without Avril, things would have been complicated, and she made it easy for other female artists to transition into the genre. Since then, despite stupid theories about her online, she has also been releasing new music as well with her 2022 album Love Sucks, with her hit songs Bite Me and Love It When You Hate Me. It was the comeback album that many fans have first waited for. Before I go, I do have some honorable mentions who I believe should be on this list. Green Day, Simple Plan, Selena, Beyonce, Missy Elliott, Michelle Branch, and Eminem. Who do you think will become an icon in music in the future? Once again, thanks for listening and watching, and you'll hear me in the next episode.